Jujutsu Kaisen Episode 2 begins immediately after Yuji Itadori eats Sukuna's finger and somehow takes back control of his body. Megumi is completely shocked because Yuji should have been possessed by Sukuna. But before he can decide what to do, Satoru Gojo arrives. Gojo is a teacher at Jujutsu High and immediately notices that Yuji is able to control Sukuna. To test him, Gojo asks Yuji to let Sukuna take control for 10 seconds. Sukuna immediately attacks Gojo, but the fight is completely one-sided. No matter what Sukuna does, he can't land a proper hit. After 10 seconds, Yuji takes control of his body again, proving that he can suppress the King of Curses. However, this doesn't mean Yuji is safe. Gojo explains that the Jujutsu world has already decided to execute him. But there's another option. Sukuna has 20 fingers scattered across Japan, and every finger contains part of his power. Normally, these cursed objects can't be destroyed. But now that Yuji can contain Sukuna, he could eat every finger and bring all of Sukuna's power into one body. Then, Yuji can be executed, destroying Sukuna permanently. This leaves Yuji with a terrible choice. Die immediately, or collect all 20 fingers and die later. After his grandfather's funeral, Yuji thinks about his final words. Help people and don't die alone. Yuji decides to accept Gojo's plan. If his death can help protect others, then he wants to make it mean something. Gojo gives Yuji another Sukuna finger, and Yuji eats it without hesitation. Once again, he remains completely in control. This confirms just how rare Yuji really is. Yuji then leaves his old life behind and travels with Gojo and Megumi to Tokyo Jujutsu High. There, he meets the school's principal, Masamichi Yaga. But before Yuji can officially become a student, Yaga tests his motivation. He creates a cursed corpse and attacks Yuji while questioning why he wants to become a Jujutsu sorcerer. At first, Yuji simply repeats his grandfather's final words. But Yaga isn't satisfied. He tells Yuji that being a sorcerer means constantly facing death. If Yuji is only following someone else's wishes, he'll eventually blame them when things become difficult. Yuji finally realizes that this has to be his own decision. He admits that eating Sukuna's fingers is something only he can do. And if he walks away now, he knows he'll regret it for the rest of his life. Yaga accepts his answer. Yuji officially becomes a student at Tokyo Jujutsu High. The episode ends with Gojo revealing that another first-year student is about to join Yuji and Megumi. And that student is Nobara Kugisaki. Episode 2 is really about Yuji choosing his own path. In Episode 1, he became Sukuna's vessel by accident. But now, Yuji willingly accepts the responsibility of collecting all 20 fingers, even knowing that his journey is supposed to end with his own execution. What did you think about Episode 2? Let me know in the comments, and if you want Episode 3 explained next, don't forget